Hola, amigos y amigas, from a suburb of Detroit, and today I'm upstairs in my home. Generally, I shoot the videos from the basement or outdoors or from another part of this home, but today, once again, in the living room. But I want to tell you the topic of this video, and the topic of this video is, will I be buying a home in the Lake Chapala area in 2025 or 2026? Please watch the entirety of this video in its entirety. I'll give you that answer at the end of this video. Now, I want to mention right here in my hand, I sent a copy of this to a friend of mine, WhatsApp, in the Lake Chapala area, and I have a copy of it on my phone. Now, this is from the mortgage company, some correspondence, and it gives me the estimated home value of this home. It also gives me the estimated cash available, the equity. If I want to tap into the equity and use some of the equity, I wouldn't need to use all of the equity to get a home in the Lake Chapala area. I'd still have some left. And I'll tell you about some changes I would need to make, but I do want to say I got this home, started buying it in 2012. Have been making payments on it and have been getting more equity in this home. I'm on a fixed mortgage of 2.75 interest, so that's a good thing. So I almost got it down to 2.50 a few years ago when it was available. I missed the boat on that one, but I did hear a YouTuber a couple of years ago put up a video. Him and his wife bought a home in Mexico. They tapped into the equity of their mortgage and bought a home in Mexico. Their interest rate was only, I think, 2.50. So they were pretty fortunate. So and they still have the home. Now, I wanted to say that, of course, the interest rates would go up. Of course, house payments here would go up. But I'll tell you, if buying a home in Mexico would offset the prices because I wouldn't have to pay monthly rent payments. And I'll tell you more about that and how I can shave some of the bills off, make things easier for me. But first, I want to mention that the two homes that I looked at are very modest homes in the Lake Chapala area, but beautiful homes, turnkey. One is in Chapala, the other one is in Cocotepec. They're only half the size of this one, but they're beautiful homes. I'll go into that a little bit more later, and want to say that those homes, being very modest and also modest in size, are only half the size of this home. This home is 1,650 square feet, downstairs and upstairs, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, with an additional, say 825 square feet livable in the basement, because the basement is as big as the first floor. So, or the basement is half as much as the total square feet of the upper level. So this home has right now livable square footage of about 2,400 square feet. So, and then once again, the homes I looked at in Mexico would only be half the size of this. So I didn't say this home has 3 bedrooms and 2.5 baths and the full basement and big yards. So they're big yards here. But I do want to say that I'm currently at a 2.75 interest rate. I got this home in 2012, started making payments, building up equity, and I did hear a YouTuber a couple of years ago. He in the video he mentioned it, but I think a few years ago he bought a home in Mexico, him and his wife, and their interest rates on their home were up in the States were 2.50. I missed the 2.50. I could have got it a few years ago, but missed the boat on it and didn't get it. But That's fine. Still doing well. Now, things that make things more affordable for me is that I wouldn't need to use a Mexican mortgage. No way, shape, or form. Just use the equity from this home and still have some other equity to cushion more expenses if I ever needed things in the future, but hoping never to tap into that equity. I'm on a pretty good pension plan. I got savings. I put savings in the bank, and I'm retired, of course. Um, Now, how would I offset some of the costs, being that my fixed interest rate would go up here, and then my house payments would go up here? Well, I've looked into that. One is I wouldn't have to pay rent on a 2 bedroom, 1 bath home, or a 2 bedroom, 1.5 bath home in Mexico. I wouldn't have to pay that rent amount because buying the home. Of course, the taxes there are really inexpensive, very, very inexpensive. That's not much of an additional expense. And then I would also be saving money not only by paying a lot of rent, but bills here. I'll tell you, I got a cable bill. It's pretty big. I got full cable here, 3 television sets, 2 upstairs, one right next to me. I pay full cable when I'm up here. And I could always suspend the cable here until I returned up here, and then I could get it put on. Now, sometimes I'll come up here for only 2 months. Sometimes I'll come up here for 6 months. It varies, but I've been going to the Lake Chapala area since 2019 and know the area well. Now, another thing I could get suspended up here where I wouldn't have payments is I wouldn't have to pay my car insurance. I would have to pay, of course. Let me backtrack. It would still be full coverage on my car, be fully covered, but I could put it in the garage and pay less money for my insurance, much less money. Now, that's provided I don't let someone use it, they don't drive it, and that doesn't happen. I put it in the garage, no one drives it. It's a really nice pre-owned car, low mileage. I also have a nice pre-owned low mileage car in Mexico. You've probably seen both of the cars in some of these videos. I keep that car down there. Now, as far as gas over there, I drive in both areas here about the same amount. Gas is more there, but that's offset by, say, I'll be going to, I wouldn't have this big cable bill. I wouldn't have the restaurant bills that I have up here, of course. I love going out to restaurants. I'll be saving a lot of money going out for restaurants and entertaining there that I don't have to do up here. Now, another way is groceries. I could get groceries for less expensive, they're much less expensive. So that's another way I can save money. Also, the electrical bill here. I won't have to pay for air conditioning. I have central air in this home. I wouldn't have to pay for air conditioning. So today is a good day. I didn't need to put on the central air, but I would save a significant amount in that electricity. I could get the electricity shut down or minimalized by not being here. Now, what else would I be saving on? I think there's other things I'm trying to think, but right there, I've just given you a few things there where I would save money. Now, what else? Well, of course, in Mexico, you can eat outdoors 365 days a year, but I can still live. I love eating out. When I go to Mexico, I eat out about 2.5 times a day, maybe twice a day, 2.5 times a day. I like to get out, go to the nightclubs there. I do that here too a little bit, but I would still be saving a lot of money, enjoying myself there, living a very enjoyable life, very comfortable life. that would be good, and I could enjoy myself down there too. Now, as far as the places, and there's a lot of things to do there too as well. Just look at some of the videos I put out. You'll see there are a lot of activities and fun things to do over there. Can't do here in the winter, and you can't eat out 365 days in the winter up here like you can do in Mexico. Now, I said it again, I think, so excuse me for repeating myself. Um, what else? Yeah, just the cost of living will offset, owning a home would offset the cost of living that this house, the house payments would be more here. And also, when I'm in Mexico, I don't have a significant other. I have relatives, friends, or neighbors that come in here and check out the property, come inside, check out the home, make sure things are getting better. Oh, another thing, water. I would have to pay the higher water bills that I pay up here. So you just add things up and they work out. What else? And now I wouldn't have to worry about certain things. I have friends, relatives, and neighbors that'll step in, come in here at least once a week, check things out, and make sure things are doing well. And also the electric. I didn't mention that. The electricity. I have central air. Wouldn't be running the air here or using as much electricity that I use. So that the bills go down that way. I'm trying to think of something else, but really I can't think of anything that comes to mind. If I do think of something else, I don't have things written down, I'll put them in the comment section. Now, will I be buying a home in Mexico in 2025 or 2026? Once again, looked at homes that are half the size of this, but beautiful homes, nice areas. I looked at a home in Chapala last time I was there. It was a nice home, very modest. You'll see in the videos, there's a lot of modest looking homes, but you walk in them and they're beautiful. They're just turnkey. The one in Chapala, 2 bedrooms, 1.5 baths, only 2 blocks from Parque La Cristianía, a beautiful park. I like to go there frequently to play tennis, play basketball, and ride an e-bike. Of course, I got tennis courts here, basketball courts around here, things like that. But I live right near parks here, but being close to a park would be very important to me. The walks on the lake at the Parque La Cristianía is beautiful. If you haven't been there, it's a must-see. Go visit Parque La Cristianía. Once again, that home that I looked at in Chapala, only 2 blocks from there, and then only a block further to the Malecon, and then also the other way 2 blocks to the old train station, cultural events, and music, and also really close to Central. In addition to that, only a block from the American Legion Post 7 there. So there are a lot of good things going on there. And in Central, I could walk, leave my car home and walk or bike. Now, and I do love doing biking. I play tennis, basketball, and e-bike. And I do those in Parque La Cristianía and another place when I'm in the Lake Chapala area. Also, good choice, close to Central, everything there. It's a great location. Now, in Jacotepec. Now, I love Jacotepec. It's much quieter there. So, the lifestyle could still be the same. I could still get out. Of course, I'd have to drive quite a ways. But if I wanted to listen to music, I go out to restaurants probably 2.5 times, maybe twice a day. And I go to nice restaurants too. I eat at taco stands, I eat at all different types of restaurants, mid-range as well, but some very nice upscale ones too. Now, if there's any restaurants that I would like to go to in the Ajijic area, going to Ajijic, San Antonio, Tlaixcapan, and then also in Chapala. I would have to drive quite a ways, but I have already been staying in Jocotepec in different spurts, Airbnbs over there, hit from time to time, and spent a lot of time in Jocotepec since 2019. And I have been uploading videos from these places and other places from the Lake Chapala area since starting this channel in 2021. But yes, I love the food in Jocotepec, but I would have a much wider variety going over toward Ajijic and then going eastbound to other towns. So I am adjusted and adapted to eating in Jocotepec. I wouldn't have to run all the way to the expat havens to get something to eat. I can still enjoy shopping in Jocotepec. I've done a lot of that before. I have friends in Jocotepec. Once again, been going there since 2019, making videos there since 2021 when I started the channel. Have friends, love the cultural center there, beautiful cultural center. A lot of different places to go in Jocotepec that are very nice. The plaza, the neighborhoods, I love all of those. I found coffee shops and restaurants there too. But people are different now. In Jocotepec, English is not widely spoken, but I do have some time under my belt since first going to Mexico in 2018 for a couple weeks, shooting over to San Miguel de Allende, staying there for 6 months. Took some courses, some sessions there, and have different ways in which I've been improving my Spanish over the years. There's other methods I've been using. I'll probably put up another video giving you that information. But although I'm not fluent, I can get along in Jocotepec very well. I have friends there. I know a lot of the business owners there, as well as all over the Lake Chapala area. Of course, there's nowhere near as many expats as you're going to find, nowhere near as many expats as you're going to find in expat havens like Ajijic, San Antonio, Tlaixcapan, Beers del Pilar, and Chapala, and beyond in other places. But Jocotepec is a great place, and it would fit me very well also. So, and enjoy my life there, It's a nice place. But there are other towns I could live in too. And of course, always keep an open mind, and I'm not going to be buying in Mexico in 2025. May not even buy in 2026. Now, here's the reason. One of the things is, if I haven't mentioned, I don't need a Mexican mortgage either, but I'm more thinking about things. I'm single, and I don't have a significant other. And I was thinking, if I bought one of those two properties and say circumstances change and I decide to get married and my wife says, well, I particularly want to live in another town or than the two towns I talked about, or she wants to move to another part of Mexico, I would have to sell that home and have to go through another process. That's something I wouldn't want to do. So I thought that maybe by buying the home first, that'd be like putting the cart before the horse. So could it be in 2026? Possibly. Never know. Circumstances could change in my life. Up here, down there, things can change, and I can still buy in 2026. But right now, at least I could say I won't be buying in 2025. Though it does look tempting. It's a great place, but I really miss the lakeside area. I'll be getting down there at some point soon. There's a lot of good properties people can buy down there. Um, Look at your realtors' websites. Just look over there. There's a lot of good realtors there. There's a lot of websites. Just go in there, go and Google Lake Chapala Realtors or Ahihi Realtors or say Chapala Realtors. Whatever. You'll find a lot of realtors, and they'll have properties. They'll You can see those on their websites, and then when you get down there, provided you have enough time, if time to explore the areas a given amount of time, then you can make your decision. But there are a lot of nice properties down there. So with that, I want to say thanks for viewing this lengthy video. Have a great day. Also, I want to say that also I can continue to still put money in my savings and still do all those things. So I kind of covered every nook and cranny, I hope, or every part of it. And I know it's possible if I decide to do so. So with that, thanks for viewing. Tap on that notification bell. You'll be notified. Oh, before I go, if I haven't said so, I sent a copy of this to a friend of mine last week on WhatsApp in a photo, and I have a photo of this information on my phone right here. So with that, tap on that notification bell. You'll be notified of upcoming videos. Thanks for watching this lengthy video. Adios, amigos.